Hey guys, what's up? DadFrags really well. We can see sweets and Nintendo's purpose released but we are not very sure whether this is going to be a pro or not. And I have seen many articles on the internet, at least 4 or 5, which are copying each other right now, right? As we speak. They're copying each other on the same topic, saying whether this is the right thing for Nintendo to do, to actually release a Switch Pro here, or maybe release something different, not a Switch Pro. And I wanted to make my own video and express my own opinion about this. Whether this is something that is valid and actually a Switch Pro is not necessary at this point, or actually it is. Maybe it is, and it's a great idea to have a Switch Pro. It's gonna be a fantastic tool, a fantastic device. Let's use it, let's buy it. Well, I personally believe that depends a lot on what is the use you're having for this console. And I think the same rule applies to every other console and company like Xbox from Microsoft and PlayStation from Sony. It's the same rule here. Whether you are using the console in a way that requires a pro version or you're not. Because if you are the guy who likes PlayStation games and you are into platform games, platform titles, you like playing Crash Bandicoot or Spyro the Dragon, or maybe Resident Evil or something like that. I mean, it's not a platformer, but still these are like very mainstream, very quite simple, quite easy to be run on the device games, right? They don't strain the device that much. You could easily go with a regular OG PlayStation or Xbox. In the contrary, if you are the kind of gamer who wants to be into Battlefield and massive open spaces and the new Call of Duty Modern Warfare, which by the way has ruined the performance of Xbox One Original and Xbox One Slim, it is terrible. And it's definitely worse, even the Xbox One X is definitely worse than PS4 Pro. Now, Nintendo Switch, and I think the same rule applies here, is how are you going to use this platform? And for me, for example, and I'm a big fan of the Switch, I'm really happy to see a Nintendo Switch Pro version coming out. Because I know that although I'm enjoying Breath of the Wild, I'm really enjoying Mario Kart, or, you know, all these Nintendo Zelda games and whatever it is, and Yoshi and all these Nintendo titles, Smash and the Mario Maker, and these are fantastic titles, but I do though crave at times, and actually very often, something more third party. But the problem with most third party titles is that they don't play that well. Now, imagine if we had the opportunity actually to get games like Cyberpunk, or games like, I mean, Doom Eternal is gonna come, but it's going to be a 30 FPS experience, which is great. I like 30 FPS, but I hope it better be good, right? I hope that it's good. It better be good, and the performance, it better be really good and solid. Now, there is this difference here, especially for Doom Eternal, because they have said, they claimed that what happened with Doom 2016 is that it was developed from the ground up, specifically for the PC and the consoles, and then it was ported for Switch on Switch. But here, what they've done with Doom Eternal is that they're dealing with it as a very main platform. So they have actually worked from the ground up on developing this game specifically for Switch. So what they're telling us is that this game is actually going to run better and is going to be very solid. The performance is going to be solid. You know, the resolution, obviously Panic Button, who is working on this, and they are developing this version, they're developing the port for Switch again. These are the Magic Squad who's doing all these ports, these serious ports like Wolfenstein on Switch. They know the tricks and they know what to cut off from the game so that it still looks and plays amazing, but it doesn't look like rubbish. It doesn't look like shit, right? So, but here the difference with Doom Eternal is that it has been built up from the ground up as well for Switch. And that is a great asset. That's respect actually. So if Nintendo, so to summarize, to sum it up a bit for the Pro version, if Nintendo really wants to compete and gain a bit more of the market, all right, from the competitors like Sony and Microsoft, they would need to make their device, their hardware, a viable option, a serious option for someone who wants to play generally more games. Not just Nintendo titles, not just Mario, not just Yoshi, but many titles. It's a massive, massive privilege to be able to play all these third-party games, like let's say Destiny 2, right? What if the Switch had Destiny 2, and you could plug it on the screen and you could take it with you and play with your friends at their home? Like the whole cross-save that Bungie has done for Destiny is basically useless here, because you could easily take your Switch and go to your friend's house, you can all meet together, you can have pizza, and you can do the raids together and communicate real time. What if The Division was coming on Switch? What if, Cyberpunk was coming on Switch? Then immediately you suddenly have a Nintendo who is competing with all these companies. They are ahead of their game a lot. Nintendo is ahead of their game a lot. Alright, they are winning a lot, in my opinion. But they're winning with their own games, with their own ecosystem. What if, though, they could beat everybody on their ecosystem? What if you could have Modern Warfare? Because right now, I think that Modern Warfare can easily run on the Switch. It's not a big deal. If there is money to be made, it can run on the Switch. If you can bring Doom Eternal, I don't think it's a problem to put all these small gunfights and the single player and the multiplayer quick matches. I'm sure you can port it. There has been an effort for Call of Duty before and it was rubbish, but this time here, Nintendo Switch is much better than all the previous consoles. It's a huge success. So I massively disagree with all these websites that say that maybe it's not a great option for Nintendo to push a Pro version. Now, we need a Pro version now. We need, for all these people who want to play a game like with better graphics and better performance, a game that is not a Nintendo game or one of their first-party partners. I think that a Pro Switch would be something similar to an original PS4 or halfway to a PS4 Pro. That's what it feels like, although maybe I'm wrong. And who knows, maybe their Pro is equivalent to a PS4 Pro, but I doubt that. I really doubt that there is such a big leap. Anyway, that's what I believe about this case. That's what I think. I believe there is a Pro coming, and I think it's a great idea because the Switch is gonna have a few more years of life for sure, like 3-4 years. And I believe that a Pro version is definitely going to extend its lifespan and the replay value of all their games and the third-party titles. Because if companies know that the Switch can run it and the porting can be done and easily and there is player base, we're gonna see more games. That's what I think. Let me know your comments, your opinion guys in the comment section. What do you think? Is it a good idea to get a Pro out or maybe not? What do you think guys? Thank you very much for watching this video and I'll see you next time. Bye.